It's not often that you get this many members of the House and the Senate leadership here at one time. But once a year we come here, and as Senator Collins said, we're disappointed at how many entities have never been removed from this list. Again, this year, only 21 have ever been removed of the original 54 on the list, and today the new list represents 83% of the total executive branch spending. So although not everyone's on the list, for all practical purposes, all the real money is on the list. I'd like to take this opportunity to be a little apologetic. Back in 6 years ago, when I was just a subcommittee chairman on government oversight, we had live testimony repeatedly by various people in the Department of Interior, including now Chairman Earl Devaney, but then the IG, on just how broken the system at MMS was, and how, in his own words, he said that, well, I'll get to the quote later. But basically, once again, the Earl Devaney at that time made it very clear that just about anything that wasn't illegal would go at Department of Interior. Testimony repeatedly let us know that, in fact, the only way that MMS knew where money was supposed to go was if it wasn't on the right piece of paper when they got it, they would call over and they'd say, where do we put this money? And that happened more often than not. Not one audit by MMS ever led to a change in how much money was paid. So either the oil companies are perfect in their reporting, or auditing was pro forma and not realistic. And I say I apologize today because if we had done a better job in 2005 with Mineral Management Service, we would clearly have had an impact on what happened in the Gulf and probably would have stopped it, because the blow-off preventers that failed, in fact, were determined to be questionable in 2003. So today, as we look at this list, I think all of us here on this side of the dais have to be committed that it be more than just the shame that doesn't seem to be working, but in fact vigorous oversight and assistance on plans for change by each of the agencies listed here today, even if they've recently changed their name, even if they're, quote, new and improved. We have an obligation, both in the House and the Senate, to ensure we receive plans which we believe in, that have timelines and accomplishments we can check on a quarterly basis in order to believe that any of these entities will ever get off this list.